Hi guys, Mark here, Celtic Crossbows. This episode tonight we're going to be looking at the Steambow ar-6 Stinger 2 Quick Change Upgrade Limb System Kit. There's a mouthful for you. We ain't going to mess around, straight onto the table and have a look to see what you get in the kit for your £45. Okay, in the kit you get your new frame, a single shot use adapter to fit into the riser. So if you want to use a pistol, not as a multi-shot crossbow, you can do. A quick change limb riser, new buffer pad to fit in the back, and I think that's just about it. The box is a lovely environmentally friendly green box, all cardboard packaging, all recyclable. Thumbs up to Steambow, and no plastic crap inside, anywhere else to be thrown around. Right, once you've uncable tied your contents from the box, is all well protected and locked down with cable ties to stop from moving around getting damage in the post. Again, thumbs up Steambow, great job. The frame you get is a direct replacement for your original ar-6 frame. So you've got an original ar-6 frame with a closed in riser. This is a direct replacement and you can swap everything straight over from this to your old system. Excellent idea, £45, and with a quick change limb kit as well. Big thumbs up from me. We are now have a quick look and do a comparison between the Steambow Alligator, Angle Arms OP360, Bear Desire XL, Polang based chassis, and how you can make them to do the same and modify some of the parts. Right, we're going to run through now some of the do's, you don'ts, you wills, you won'ts. Starting from the rear. First of all, the nut here for the pivot on the OP360 chassis is larger than on the Steambow, so you'll have to melt out the nut if you want to fit the stock off the one on the other. That's the first modification you've got to make. I'll show you what I've done with mine later. This pivot here for locking in the ar-6 quick change stock system, folded stock system. The pin is a different location, you will need to modify the stock. Move into the trigger, you see the trigger pivot mount is in a different location. Again, that's what I've had to modify on my Alligator. Coming down the body of the crossbow, you will see the cutout here for the magazine system when you fit it. Look at the size of this one on the Steambow, sorry, the OP360, I can get my finger in. The Alligator one, the Steambow one you can't. The Steambow one is a smaller notch to stop the bolt jumping in the magazine at the back. That is essential. This has to be modified, which I've done, as you see in my back videos. I'll put a link up above. Okay, we continue down the chassis. So we've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different variations in the two chassis. 6th variation, length of the Picatinny rail. As you can see here, it stops about 2.5 inches short of the front of the chassis. The Steambow chassis continuing all the way to the front. Next modification. Okay, next modification. The cutaway for this, if you see this here, is roughly half inch to 3/4 of an inch to fit your limb. The Steambow is much wider, so when you come to fit your quick change limb system, you'll discover it won't fit into the OP360 chassis. Next modification, you will need to cut off the front here to fit the pivoting magazine system. Here, you've already seen one of my videos, I've already done this, and this body here has to be cut away or ground away to allow again pivoting. So altogether we got 1, 2, the width 3, the top part 4, the extended rail 5, trigger pivot system is 6th notch in the breech, if you like. 7, 8, 9, 10 differences in the chassis why you can't take the pass through from the Steambow to the OP360 Alligator Desire XL for it to work. However, there are some of the things you can modify, which you'll see in my previous videos, to make it work. So if you want to use the Steambow adapter in your OP360 Alligator, you will have to widen this jaw here to make it fit. And to me, that seems too much of a potch. You're much better off going off with Dani's from 3D Cabin, Dani of Spraypaint. Links will be down below for this adapter. Also, I've got them available on eBay for direct purchase. I think they're about £28–30 and Steambow's are about 35, I think. But the price is irrelevant. It won't fit into your OP360 from Steambow unless you start hacking around the adapter itself or the front of your crossbow. With that said, let's get on with the video. Okay guys, it's a bit of a pig in a poke. I lost the start of the video and had to reshoot, okay? But we got to the point where I explained the differences between the two chassis and the differences. This is my Mankang Alligator, as you can see, with the Magnum 120 limb in. Funny how in a video I done a few months back, I worked out around 130 to 120 was the best using twin limbs, and a few weeks later Steambow should bring out a 120 limb. I just think that's uncanny, the timing I was doing the video as well. So with the Dani of Spraypaint, I'm going to show you his quick change limb system now, how it differs to the Steambow system. Take the screw out, flip your magazine, out comes your riser. Put that down here out of the way. Now, when this goes in, if you see the difference in thickness now, you can see why Dani's goes straight in is round about 1/8 of an inch narrower here than the Steambow system. So you will have to, if I show you with this fitting into the Steambow, this is Dani's. It's a fairly slack fit, but it will fit. If I'm going to have to do it that way around because of the limb. You can see like it rattles around in the riser. Whereas the Steambow QR adapter will just fit straight in, snug and beautiful fit into the Steambow. Horses for courses, so they say. This adapter is designed for the Steambow, it fits in the Steambow. Okay, so here you have the basic Mankang Alligator system. Great way to get started. It's basically the same system. Extendable stock. You can buy 3D printed cheek riser as well. Cheek extension, stock extension to make it longer. And you can go from standard £35 and use it as a pistol crossbow, right up to £120 as well if you modify the front. And you can do it as you go along. However, this system, out of the box, with the riser to fit your sights on and your finger to retain the bolt, costs you about £45, which is excellent value for the system. The Steambow upgrade frame chassis, this will cost you around about £40 on its own for the base chassis, and you swap everything over from your kit. Now, if you're running an OP360, don't think you can fit your stock to this. It will not work. It will not lock in. I've spent enough time on my channel now, at least 50 videos on customizing these and what you can do with them. The OP360 Alligator BDI stock will not fit the Steambow frame. It's designed not to. So it'll cost you £40 for the frame, £80 for the stock change system, AR stock system, so up to £120. So it depends on how you want to go. Option A, you can go straight in and buy the full system, with all the modifications already done professionally, by going cheaper than Alligator and modify it yourself, or buy this new frame kit and modify from the frame kit. Okay guys, let's do a direct comparison of the two systems. Okay, so first of all, you have the OP360 Mancong Alligator Bear Desire XL. If you want to do the quick change system, you got to cut through the rail here, cut through the front, and you need a forward facing grip to give you the extra leverage on the front. In true Blue Peter fashion, here's one I prepared earlier. This is my own Steambow Alligator which I modified. Cut the front off here. You'll pivot up the magazine. And that's been cut, as you can see, for the quick change bow system. I'll just put this under my shoulder, flick out the bow, as you can see. That's a £90 Steambow fitted in that system. And here's the cutout modified here, with a modified front end to take Dani of Spraypaint, his 3D printed magazine. And of course we got the Steambow custom stock fitted and modified, which you might be able to see. Put some light on. You see we've modified here on the catch to push the catch forward to fit the OP360 system. This is essential to make the Steambow stock work on the OP360 to fit your folding stock and AR stock system. It's a lot of modifications, it's a lot of work to your chassis. If you've got a standard Alligator, however, which I got here, and you're just starting, it's a great way to start. You already got a decent stock system on you, which is extendable, adjustable. You can buy cheap pieces to go on, and you can modify it as you go along. Cut the front out for the quick change limb system, and when you want to fit the pivoted magazine system, just cut the front off, take your slide out, and away you go. Okay, we're going to touch on now the quick release system. While I'm doing this, because I'm doing another one on the 120 limb system later on this afternoon. Okay, so the kit comes in this little bag with your front retainer plate here. I'll show you on the £90 Steambow system by Dani of Spraypaint in Germany. It's roughly a similar design as we can see here. This is Dani's on your right as you're looking, my left. And here is the GmbH Steambow adapter. Much better finish as you expect from Steambow. It's been finished on professional tooling rather than 3D printed. Again, it all depends on the printer you're using, the quality of results you get. It comes with a rubber spacer. This fits into this recess here to grip your bowling, and it goes. Your side gate's the same as Dani from Spraypaint his system. It comes with the 4 nuts, the 4 screws to lock the limb in place, exactly the same as this. The one thing it did come with extra is the Steambow, try and pick it up on camera, get a bit of light on it, nail nut to go in the magazine quick release system. This one doesn't fit in the front, it fits in the back on the magazine. The Steambow kit, I think is good value for money. It's £45 plus postage for the frame, plus the accessory parts. If you already got an older ar-6 1 or early 2, it won't have the modified frame, but with this kit you can modify it to the quick release change system for a matter of £45. Okay, what do I like with the kit? Okay, with the quick release bowling system, this is the new Magnum £120 bow system. In the front here, this is where your screw goes to lock in at the front of your pistol crossbow. there's a hole with the hole threads in locks. And move out of the way, you can see it's a clear hole. Personally, what I would do is myself, we have the metal plate from your Steambow. I would put the metal plate in here, because when you put the screw through, they'll pass through the housing, push the metal plate against the front of your limb, press there, and the rubber pad on the back of your limb there. Alternatively, you can use a rubber pad, metal plate to rubber pad, to push the limb forward to give you a couple of more pounds of extra use. So this is as far as I'm going to go with this video. We're going to look at next now assembling the 120 bow system, and that's going to be another video. And then later in the week then we're going to do some shooting outside to compare the two systems head to head. Thanks and bye bye.